Hi, this is Cheryl Hazard. So I was thinking about issues with weight and the fact that I want to lose some weight. Not a ton to the point where it's not healthy, but some. And what I was thinking about was what can make it hard to lose weight, factors that can influence it. Things like problems with blood sugar imbalances, basically. Um, Hormonal imbalance, which can be affected by things like the adrenal gland not working right or the thyroid. And having done some reading, I found out that usually if the thyroid gland isn't working well, then usually the adrenal isn't, or vice versa, and it's usually both that aren't working right, so then both need help. And, you know, women, we get our period and we get menopause, so we get double whammy hormonal, oh my god, I have to deal with that, oh crap, here we go, things. And notably, I've noticed that when I get my period, that's the blood sugar problems seem to be even more pronounced. And then, and it could be that the liver needs a cleaning. And the liver, it turns out, affects both the blood sugar balance and deals with the thyroid hormones. So it processes them. So, this is where it gets, if one thing's out of whack, you got another problem, and then here we go. Um, and then I was looking at my immune system does not always work very well either. So then I might have things like the candida infections, which I'm prone to getting when I get my period too. And my immune system seems to like to crash when I get my period. Oh, here we go, elevated estrogen. Oop, crash, boom. Lovely, right? So, I get my period and then the tendency is to eat like crazy. And a lot of it's a craving for sugar. And notably, I get the candida infection and they crave sugar. Um, and so I have a weak immune system, and then I get prone to things like parasites and infections. And these infections can be eating the food that I eat. So then, therefore, I'm not getting the nutrition I'm getting, it's the parasites that are getting it. So I guess what I'm getting at with you is that when a person could be weighing more than they want to be weighing, there could be health issues that could be creating that. It might not just be, oh, they want to eat like a pig, or they don't exercise, or they don't want to take care of themselves. It might be there's a bit more to it. And maybe show a little, a little bit of empathy, because it's not so fun to be sickly. It could be a health issue that is creating complications for that person, and a lot of them. Um, it could be that a person has arthritis and it's harder for them to work out. It could be they have fibromyalgia and they've got muscle aches all throughout their body, and so getting to a point where they're healthy enough that they can work out is hard. And, if the thyroid is underactive, it's not just that the metabolism slows down, it's this person could have fatigue. They could be very tired. So we could be judging somebody for their weight and not realizing the amount of hurdles that that person could actively be facing. And then to top it off, trying to get help from the medical profession, and especially today's day and age where we've got coronavirus, which is active, and trying to get in to see a medical professional is particularly difficult. Um, to find out exactly what's going on with your health. Um, so, you could have an underactive immune system and then be prone to getting candida and all these infections that are eating your food. And then the medical system says, well, she can't breathe and she's got symptoms of corona, and they won't even let you in. So it's even tougher to get help now for people who have problems with their weight than it was before this whole coronavirus thing hit. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that, if you see somebody's overweight, don't just assume that they don't exercise or they don't care about their well-being. Find out what their situation is, because that might help you to know how to help them better or how to have a constructive conversation. Um, and you can find out whether they're open to having the conversation with you about it or not. They may or may not be. But, you know, I guess what I'm saying is that the subject of somebody's weight is something to handle with a bit of tact. You know, it's not always so easy. So, yeah, just if you approach somebody about their weight, do it with tact or try. Um, because, you know, that person, they may be battling with depression already, or they might already be sensitive already. There could be a number of factors that are influencing that person's weight. And that's another interesting thing that I thought about is upon doing research about low thyroid function, I found out depression is also common with that. And, there's usually problems with anxiety and depression with that. So, you could have a person who's eating because they're already depressed or they're already anxious. It could be some form of emotional eating that is linked with the thyroid as well. Um, so I'm just saying, when you look at somebody and you're looking at their weight, you might want to look at multiple factors. It might be something as simple as they just need more lipase in their diet, which digests fat. Or it might be they need vitamin B12, which breaks down fat and they're deficient. There could be a nutrient deficiency that just makes it hard. It could be something as simple as that, or it could be a little more complex. But sometimes it takes time to figure out what all's going on with that. Sometimes it's not, sometimes weight loss is not a 5-minute thing. It could be a system, it could be a complex thing of health issues that holds a person up. And until they get that sorted out, it becomes harder.